People are passing away every single day. And so the question again that I always ask myself is, what is my legacy if I was to be gone tomorrow? It's the reason why I'm spending more time dedicated to my health, going to the doctor more, starting to get into the gym. I'm enjoying life. I'm really, really embracing my wife and my daughter. When my father passed away in 2017, I talked to him that morning. He was gone in the afternoon. I never knew that it was going to be a freak accident. Never knew. I was burying him the week after. That was it. But his legacy was largely cemented by the impact that he had in not only my life, but his nickname had become Tree Father way before he had passed away because of all of the people that he helped and the different fruit that he bared as a result of having other people hanging on the branches of his life. And so again, his legacy is cemented. He left this earth in a better space had he not been here. I would like for my legacy to be cemented when I'm gone. And so I'm constantly working. I'm constantly putting points on the board. I'm constantly pouring into people. I'm constantly coaching. I'm constantly grinding when it comes to adding value into other people's lives. And so I would like for you to think about that with regard to your own life. Are you a better version of yourself every single day? And how does that impact other people and society at large? Life is absolutely awesome for me right now. And the reason that I say life is absolutely awesome for me right now is because I found out that Virgil passed away. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he was 41. Let me go ahead and pull up an article and we're just going to get right into the show. 41 years old, passed away. 41 years old, no longer with us. So Virgil Abloh, and for those of you that are familiar, I know you heard his name. Kanye West made him famous. He worked for Ye. He worked for Louis Vuitton. He had the Off-Whites. He was doing Off-White in a collaboration with Nike and all of that. And he was battling with cancer behind the scenes. So he was 41 years old. And, he was a pretty dope dude. Like, I've watched documentaries on him. I watched YouTube videos about him. I've recently heard Kanye West speaking about him in an interview with Drink Champs and things like that. But let me just dive through this a little quickly. Virgil, barrier-breaking black designer whose ascent to the heights of traditional luxury industry changed what was possible in fashion, died on Sunday in Chicago after a 2-year battle with cardiac, I have no idea even how to pronounce that, a rare cancer. He was 40. So all behind the scenes, did you know Virgil Abloh died of cancer? You know who Virgil is? The guy that run Off-White and Louis Vuitton. He died of cancer. Oh, wow. Yeah, he was battling with a rare cancer for like the last 2 years, and he died of cancer. 41 years old. Death was confirmed by Louis Vuitton, basically the company that he worked for. The luxury group that bought a majority stake in his Off-White brand this year. Artistic director of Louis Vuitton menswear, as well as the founder of his own company. Collaborator with outside brands from Nike to Evian, popular fashion theorist. He was a dope dude. He was absolutely dope. It's crazy. It's just crazy to think that, we take people for granted every single day. Every single day. Survivors include his wife, Shannon, his children, Lo and Gray, and his sister, Edwina, and his parents. When he was 22, he met Kanye West and soon thereafter became his creative director, a relationship that set him on a road to Paris. Dang, 41 years old. That is crazy to me. Absolutely insane. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I don't need anything. Thank you, baby. I'm telling you, this week I'm setting up all kind of checks within myself. I'm going to the doctor. I'm getting everything checked out. Anything I thought was possibly wrong with me, I'm getting it checked out. And I'm not letting the doctor do any kind of quick, okay, what is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think is it. Nope. Nope, I got that good insurance. I got that good insurance, and it's one of the reasons why it was incentivized for me to actually take the position at the job that I'm at now, is because that insurance. I want to get all those doctor checkups. I want to get everything done and everything tested. But a bigger point I think is that he was 41. He wasn't killed in a drive-by. He wasn't no gangster. He was a father. He was a husband. He was a businessman. He took care of business. And his time was up like that. Like, his time, to a larger extent, was limited, and it was going to be, that was going to be the end of it. That was the time that he had on this earth. He had 41 years to make his mark on this earth, and that was it. That was the end. And that's the thing that kind of hits me the most. It has nothing to do with, how he went out or any of that type of stuff. And that stuff is impactful. But the biggest thing is that you don't know when your expiration date is, but it is coming. We are all going to be in the upper room one day, and rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. But largely, we don't know when our expiration date is coming. And so when you really think about that and you compartmentalize it, you have to start to evaluate what your life really means on this earth. You got to understand what it means and what it is that we're looking to accomplish on this earth. He battled this thing for 2 years, and that was the end of it. Silently. We just got over my man that was in Black Panther. We just got over him realizing that he had been doing the same thing, putting and setting his affairs in order and all of this other type of stuff. We don't know when our expiration date is. We don't know if it's tomorrow. We don't know if it's the day after. And the thing that I don't ever want to do is leave my wife and my child and my family without a decent structure, or, I don't want them to ever go, or for my affairs not to be in order, A. And B, I don't want to leave anything on this earth. Like, I don't want my legacy to be limited by my negligence or my laziness as far as what it is that I'm doing or completing on this earth. If I was to go tomorrow, and this is what I have in my mind, right? It could be different for other people depending on whether you like me or whether you rock with me or not, right? And I would never wish death on myself. I've largely overcame it. I never expected to be 21, 25, 30 at all. So for me to be 39 today. But think about it in terms of yourself, because a lot of times we think of these people and we just think, that's crazy. And then tomorrow you'll go back and live in your life, right? But if you could really compartmentalize what your life is like today, and you say, if I was to be gone today, what is my legacy and how will I be remembered? In his short 41 years on this earth, he accomplished a lot. I mean, a lot. He did a lot. He won. In 41 years, this dude took the greatest opportunities presented to him, and he rose to the head of not only his own company, but Louis Vuitton. He worked with some of the greatest people and some of the biggest geniuses, such as Yeezy and all of that other type of stuff. And he's accomplished a lot. And I think about people that's passed away. The dude, I forgot what his name was, but the guy from Black Panther, and you look at his discography and all of the movies that he's been a part of, I think of Kobe Bryant, right? It just wasn't long ago, a little more than a year ago, that Kobe Bryant, and we was talking about everything that he's accomplished and the things that he's won and his legacy and his all of that, right? When we start to compartmentalize and we think about these people, when we think about how it is that they live their life, and although they died too early, in my opinion, well, it's not really up to me. I don't know. Maybe it was necessary. Maybe it's not. That's just the way life goes, right? We don't know who's going to hit the lottery when it comes to being able to extend their lives to a specific amount of time. But when we start Chadwick, thank you, Alejandria. Thank you. But when we start to compartmentalize these things and we think about what these people accomplished, Virgil, right? And him, rest in peace to Virgil. When we start to think about what he accomplished in his life, and then we start to compare it to ourselves, now that does not mean that you need to rise to the head of Louis Vuitton, but are you really exceeding the expectations that not only that other people had for you, but yourself? If you were to be gone tomorrow, who would care? Who will remember you? And next year, are they even remembering that you was even on this earth? Seriously, how many people have you impacted? Did you really exceed expectations? Were you a cancer on this earth, meaning that you did more harm than you did good? Did you just come here and soak up resources, or did you truly inspire people? Did you do the thing that you were supposed to do? Did you accomplish your purpose? And that's the thing that I'm always trying to evaluate. If Anton Daniels, I always said, once I start taking this certain type of journey, I said that at some point I need to be able to fill up a stadium of people. And I want people boo-hooing and crying their eyes out at the time. And then I want you to take what it is that my legacy was and use it to become a better version of yourself. My channel, the thing that I did, the reason that I got into this game was to document my journey. And then it took a whole nother turn and it transformed into something completely different. But my journey, I want it to be something that people can lean on and say, you know what, I can take this from this guy and I can use it to become a better version of myself, even if I wasn't here. I want the people that I coached. I want the people that I impacted. I want the people that I played a role in their life. I want them to ultimately become better versions of themselves, and then they can spread it into other people. And it doesn't mean that you need a stage. It don't mean that you need some kind of fame. You don't have to be famous on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. But are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you doing something that impacts society and people in this earth at large in a better way? When people think about you, do they think, man, good dude? Too many people are dying. It's so many people dying. Listen, between the pandemic and all of these famous people, we was just talking about Young Dolph and not going back to the hood. And not too long ago, it was Nipsey Hussle. People are passing away every single day. And so the question again that I always ask myself is, what is my legacy if I was to be gone tomorrow? It's the reason why I'm spending more time dedicated to my health, going to the doctor more, starting to get into the gym. I'm enjoying life. I'm really, really embracing my wife and my daughter. When my father passed away in 2017, I talked to him that morning. He was gone in the afternoon. I never knew that it was going to be a freak accident. Never knew. I was burying him the week after. That was it. But his legacy was largely cemented by the impact that he had in not only my life, but his nickname had become Tree Father way before he had passed away because of all of the people that he helped and the different fruit that he bared as a result of having other people hanging on the branches of his life. And so again, his legacy is cemented. He left this earth in a better space had he not been here. I would like for my legacy to be cemented when I'm gone. And so I'm constantly working. I'm constantly putting points on the board. I'm constantly pouring into people. I'm constantly coaching. I'm constantly grinding when it comes to adding value into other people's lives. And so I would like for you to think about that with regard to your own life. Are you a better version of yourself every single day? And how does that impact other people and society at large? Again, rest in peace to Virgil. I hope that his family is comforted, especially considering that he has been battling this for the last 2 years. But ultimately, I believe that we all should have this long-term view, not only of what you need to do to enjoy life today, but how it is that you're going to be leaving this earth long-term. And that's the thing that drives me. It's the reason why I read my Bible every day. It's the reason why I pray. It's the reason why I hustle. It's the reason why I grind. It's the reason why I love on those little girls, Rita and Leslie and everybody around me so hard, because you just don't know what the piss is going to happen tomorrow. And so your legacy has to be cemented. You have to have that impact. The things that you do have to be carried on after your existence. Otherwise, what was the point in you being here in the first place? So again, rest in peace to Virgil. Icon, legend. I didn't do a deep dive into his life personally. However, I am overly familiar with his impact in Chicago and across the board. And I do. It's the reason why I say thank you. It's the reason why I say I appreciate you. It's the reason why I tell y'all I love y'all every single day. And I'm excited to kick it with y'all. And I don't miss a day because every day is precious, and the opportunities that I get to pour into y'all is absolutely appreciated. All right. So Again, rest in peace to Virgil. I hope that things go well with his family, praying for their comfort. And I hope that you guys take every single thing that you take into this conversation and you use it for better. You use it to be a better version of yourself, and you use it to continue to level up, because ultimately that will be your legacy, how you pour it into other people.